Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ridhi. Dua, in case you're new here, welcome. And today I am finally going to do a makeup tutorial that I feel like I've not done in such a while. And what inspired me was this palette. I am so freaking excited. So my friend Yashashvi gifted me this palette on my birthday. If you don't recognize it, it's by the brand Florasis, which it has taken up all over the world because of its packaging and its design and its imprint. Look, I almost don't want to touch these eyeshadows because I feel like I'll ruin the design. But at the same time, I'm so excited to try out the actual quality of these eyeshadows. I'm just really excited for that red, and I think that it's gonna be like perfect to create a beautiful summery eye look. I'm definitely gonna use that red, you know. So if you're excited to see what eye look we create with this eyeshadow palette, keep on watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get into it. So I'm actually going to start with my eye look because I'm very excited. So I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light to prime my eyelids. I'm using this after so long and it is dried up, but it's okay. It will work for this purpose of priming my eyelids. Let's get into this palette. But first of all, I'm very excited to peel this sticker off from this camera. That's so satisfying every time, like every single time. I'm gonna start with this cream shade over here. Initially, just to like, you know, set this concealer, although I don't think that I need to. I honestly don't think that it is doing anything. Okay, let that be. I'm gonna dip into this light brown shade over here. That's like my go-to shade, so. This shade is going on my crease. And I'm using my PAC 107 brush. It is not really pigmented, I would say. It's a little sheer than what I like, but it is blending nicely. So now I'm gonna go in with my PAC 092 brush and this red coral orange shade in the center. And this I'm gonna focus on my lash line. Okay, and it's not very pigmented, it's rather a very sheer eyeshadow. For some reason, in my mind, I thought that these will be very pigmented, but these are not pigmented whatsoever. So far, I'm not really impressed with these eyeshadows, so I'm gonna use my PAC 336 brush and I'm just gonna like wet it up a bit with some water. I don't know if this will work. I hope that it does. I don't want to ruin this eyeshadow. Still, maybe this is giving me a little bit more pigment, but it is still not pigmented, you know? I don't think so that it's worth it for the quality. For the inner part, I think that I'm gonna go in with this brown. I'm gonna like connect the brown around here. Actually, the brown shade seems a little bit more pigmented than the other two that I've used. Now I'm gonna go in with this champagne shimmer shade. Oh my god. Now that's an eyeshadow. Like one dip and look at that. It's like creamy almost. And it just took over that brown and red so easily. It's so beautiful. Wow. So what I'm gonna do is to go off camera, do this eye, and I will be right back. Okay, you guys, so while I was off camera doing my this eye, I also ended up doing my eyebrows using the Wet n Wild Brow Sessive, as well as my eyelashes, for which I use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I also deepened up the red and the brown because they just were not popping, okay? I needed my eyes to pop. Now I also have the Smashbox Halo Plumping Dew Hyaluronic Acid Illuminating Moisturizer to try out. I am very, very excited to try this out because it says that it's plumping, it's dewy, it has hyaluronic acid, it's illuminating, it's all that I want for my dry skin. So I'm just very, very excited. So let's just shake it up first. And I'm also excited because I love the Smashbox Halo Tinted Moisturizer. That's one of my favorite. That gives me amazing glow. So I was like, why not try this as well? I'm like 90% sure that this will be amazing. Okay, so I took 4 pumps. Maybe that's too much. And it rather has some sort of like golden or rose gold sort of glow. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but it literally is like shimmer dust on my face. Like my face just looks so shimmery. It just does not look like a dew. It looks like highlighted. I had a lot of expectations with it. This is no good. This is literally no good. I'm gonna use this strobe cream. I love this because it sort of like moisturizes and gives you the glow all at once. And this is what I would explain as dew, as illuminating, as glow from within, and not this, okay? This has to be like the OG, the original Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood glow. Like, I'm sure Charlotte took inspiration from this, so yeah, I love it. Moving forward, I'm gonna use the something from Revolution, the Super Serum Hyaluronic Foundation. I do really enjoy this. It is so lightweight, and I have this in the shade F8.5. So I'm gonna start with a 1 drop because I'm going for that summery skin that does not really need a lot of coverage, okay? I'm just very afraid to go in with foundation always because I don't like to load up my skin with foundation, okay? Try and keep it to as minimum as possible. See, in the packaging it looks like it will match, but in real life it's a little too light for me, but it's okay. We will bronze up our skin and it's gonna look just fine. But if you have dry skin like me and you're looking for a lightweight foundation, this is just beautiful, especially from drugstore. It is amazing. I almost feel like it like smoothens up my skin as well. I definitely need to use it on my neck and chest as well because yeah, it's very light. And my chest is definitely much darker. Concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer. I've not used this in a very long time and I'm just excited to revisit it, you know? Recently, I've just been using the K Beauty Concealer. I've been obsessed with it. Take my sponge and blend it. This concealer is definitely a lot more yellow than the foundation is. So it just looks a little weird under there. It's okay. It will be fine once we have the rest of the makeup on. I actually think that the finish on this concealer and the K Beauty concealer is very similar. This one has a little bit more coverage than the K Beauty one for sure. The glow is almost the same, but for some reason, this is creasing a little bit more than what K Beauty does on me. For the blush, I have 2 options. First is the MAC Glow Blush in the shade Groovy. I think this will work good. Or the Peri Pera Ink Velvet in the shade 07. This could be very bright. I'm just confused. Maybe I'm gonna stick to the MAC one because it's gonna be a little bit more subtle than the Peri Pera one, you know? And I'm gonna use my Smashbox Sheer Blurring Foundation Brush. And I love MAC Glow Play blushes. They are just amazing. So these blushes go on like a cream but set down as a powder. They're like that putty sort of a formula, you know? And you can see that they do blend pretty seamlessly, and they do give you a little bit of glow as well. They are called glow play blushes for a reason, okay? I know it looks very bright as of now, but once we have our face powder, our bronzer, and our highlighter on, it's gonna look fine. And I just like to focus my blush on my cheekbones. I mean, I start from my cheekbones and I blend it away, you know? Okay, so now for my bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the Glowish by Huda Beauty in the shade 02 Medium Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. I have used this off camera, but I've never used this on camera. And I'm using my PAC 270 brush. For some reason, this brush has become my favorite brush for bronzing. It hugs your face in the right places. It just does the job beautifully. I did not need to put any effort in order to blend this bronzer. It just blends out itself. Take a look, okay? See, there is literally like no harsh lines. As soon as you apply it on your cheeks, it's blended. And it does not look powdery. It's like such a creamy formula. I love it. This is a beautiful bronzer, especially for everyday use as well, because it just looks so natural, you know, and so like user friendly. Even if you're like heavier handed, this is still a beautiful bronzer because you can never apply too much of it, honestly. And even if you do, just take a sponge and just blend it, and it just is perfect. Now to set my face, I'm gonna go in with the K Beauty Matte Compact Powder in the shade 100 and Light. So I don't powder my entire face. I just like to powder my under eyes and my T-zone because I have dry skin, so I don't need powder all over my face, okay? Before I go in with highlighter, I need a little bit of setting spray to soak the excess powder in, and for that I'm going to use the Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Long Lasting Setting Spray. And for the highlighter, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the shade Blossom Glow. This highlighter again has that pink shift to it, similar to the MAC's Strobe Cream. So it just all works together, you know? And the brush I'm using is the PAC 131 brush. I always like to go in with a second round for the blush because, as you can see, it just sort of gets lost in between the bronzer and the face powder and the highlighter. So I just like to go in and just top it up a bit. Look at the difference, like look at this side and then look at this side, you know. What's great about these MAC Glow Play blushes are that they work beautifully on top of creams as well as powders. So, okay, now coming back to the eyes, almost for some reason feel like using this blue on my lower lash line. It just looks so pretty and I just wanna use this in this look, you know. I'm gonna use my PAC 383 brush, just very close to my lash line. I think it works nicely. And I'm not gonna take it entirely towards my inner corner. I'm mostly keeping it outwards. I do think that blue and red works together beautifully. I'm gonna use the MAC Extended Play Mascara to coat my lower lash line. I will again go back in with the highlighter to highlight my brow bone.
A few moments later.
There you go. But I honestly don't know what I feel about this lip with this eye look. I don't know. I feel like I look like a clown, especially with that blue underneath there. I'm not liking the blue, let's get honest. I'm gonna go with the brown. Okay, there you go. I look much better in my opinion now. I want to try this. This is the Revolution lip color in the shade Believe. I think this is definitely more peachier. I need it to be a little more pink. I'm gonna go in with Bobbi Brown lip in warm nude. Honestly, I think this looks the best because our look is like so bright. But I still need to apply a little bit of lip liner. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. That was a lot of trial and error, especially with the lip. About this palette, I absolutely love the packaging. I absolutely love the feel of it. It's like so like intricate designing. But the formula overall, I'm not really impressed. These aren't pigmented, but that shimmer, it has a lot of fallout, but it's so pretty that I'm like willing to deal with that fallout as well. So yeah, but is it worth it? I don't think so. I absolutely enjoyed doing a makeup look after so long, and I do really love the way it turned out as well. If you do as well, do not forget to give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It helps me so much, and I will see you all next time. Till then, stay safe, stay happy.